Welcome, boys and girls, and the rest of OLH, and Sister Kathy, and our teachers, Mr. Robinson and Ms. Sineski. Officer Lisa and I are here today to present our Spring of 2021 DARE class with their graduation certificates. We teach the boys and girls rooms separately. The opportunity that we get to come into the classroom is pretty amazing, and we teach them a lot of skills on decision making. We're going to allow each of the students to come up. There was 2 essay winners, there was 10 runner-ups, 5 from each classroom. So 5 of the boys and 5 of the girls will come up and they'll explain lessons 1 through 10 of the curriculum so you guys can have an idea. And I'm going to turn it over to Officer Lisa now.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm honored to be here because this is actually my very first graduating DARE class, and I couldn't be more proud of the girls. I'm also very proud of the boys, but I was lucky enough to teach the girls. You all did a fantastic job, and I just couldn't be more prouder, so congratulations. And we're going to turn it over to the students.
Yep. Everybody with a card, come on up.
Everybody in a card, just line up. So you're number 1, come on
Yep.
up.
Boys with the card, come on up.
Just line up.
1, 2, go to the back. Who's that 2?
Just make sure you run your order.
Here, number 3. Where's number 3? 3's right here. Where's 4? Yep, so 3, 4, 5. Let's spread out. 6. Neil. Okay, that's good. So 7 here. Charlie stayed inside. You stay. And you can go. Just know you're after Charlie and you're the last one. Just line down. Just go really good. You're going to go after. Right here. Right, you're 7? Okay. Yep, you can leave your seats on your job. Just speak nice and clear.
In Lesson 1, we were introduced to DARE's Keeping It Real program. We learned what it means to be responsible and how to use the DARE decision-making model. In Lesson 2, we learned facts and health effects of alcohol and tobacco. Knowing the health effects of alcohol and tobacco can help us make safe and responsible decisions. In Lesson 3, we define risks and consequences. We assess the positive and negative consequences in the choices made about risky situations. We use the DDMM to make responsible decisions involving risky situations.
In Lesson 4, we define pressure and peer pressure. We learn to recognize the sources of peer pressure. We also learn resistance strategies, avoiding, saying no with an excuse, walking away, strength in numbers, and changing the subject.
In Lesson 5, we identified signs of stress. We learned to recognize the physical and behavioral signs of stress. We used the DDMM to evaluate stress situations.
In Lesson 6, we defined and explained the importance of communication. We learned about confident and effective communication.
In Lesson 7, we defined effective listening behaviors. We demonstrated effective listening using verbal and nonverbal behaviors.
In Lesson 8, we defined and recognized characteristics of bullying. We learned the difference between tattling and telling. We used the DDMM to practice safe ways to report bullying.
In Lesson 9, we identified the importance of being a good citizen. We recognized the importance of reporting bullying to an adult. We reinforced knowledge and positive behaviors to stop bullying.
In Lesson 10, we identified people in our lives that we can go to if we needed help. This was our DARE experience. Thank you.
Those were descriptions of the 10 lessons that we learned. They did use an acronym, the DDMM. That's the DARE decision-making model. The first part of it was to define their challenge, problem, or opportunity. Secondly, they assessed their choices. Then they, what did we do next? Responded to our choices. So we picked the choice and then we evaluate our choices. So that was part of their process through all 10 lessons of this curriculum.
So also throughout these 10 lessons, we would hand out stickers either for participation, having a good answer to a question. We always didn't hand out stickers for the lesson. Sometimes that was on Officer Tiffany and I. So we have 2 students, 1 girl, 1 boy. So for the girls, the girl in participation is Haley. So come on up. Congratulations. Thank you. Is that Starbucks? Oh my God. And for the boys, we have Matisse.
Everybody that just read a lesson, you can put your lesson sheets underneath your seats. And then can we have our lesson, or our essay winners? Would you like to start with me? Maeve, would you like to come up first? We're going to have our 2 essay winners read their essays for us. You would like to give this? 1 second, we have a little something for you. They get a essay winner pin and a medallion.
During DARE, I learned a lot of skills. For those of you who are wondering, the DARE decision-making model is read as follows. D, define the problem. A, assess. What are your choices? R, respond. Make a choice. Use the facts you have. And E, evaluate. Did you make a good choice? Using this model, we tackled many topics. My most memorable lessons were about how to resist drugs, how to deal with peer pressure, stress, and bullying. In Lesson 2, we learned about how to resist drugs. We learned the alcohol weakens the heart muscle, reduces the amount of blood pumped into the heart, and goes directly into the bloodstream. This, of course, could damage every organ in the body. Lesson 2 has lots of facts and was very informative. In Lesson 3, we learned how to make safe and responsible choices, such as saying no to drugs and smoking. Did you know that smoking can cause yellow teeth and bad breath? Lesson 5 was about signs of stress. Look out for a fast heartbeat, nervousness, and fidgeting. We also learned about peer pressure. An example of peer pressure is when your friend pushes for you to do something, but you don't want to do it. Confident communication was in Lesson 6. There are many forms of confident communication, such as confident, demanding, and unsure. Confident communication is when you know what you are doing and you make eye contact. Demanding communication is when you are yelling. Unsure is when you don't know what you are doing and you often stare at the floor. Confident communication is the best form of communication. Lesson 6 also had examples of bullying. Bullying is when you purposely hurt someone. An example would be when someone punches another person. Bullying can also be done through words. Cyberbullying is a form of mental bullying. Cyberbullying is when you're on a computer and people try to hurt you virtually. An example of cyberbullying is when you post something and in the comments say something mean. In summary, my classmates and I took many lessons from DARE. I want to thank Officer Tiffany and Officer Lisa for showing us how to make safe and responsible choices. Thank you. These lessons will help us in the future.
And our essay winner from the boys' class is Kai. Please come on up.
Hi, I'm Kai Gamoka. There is a program that helps you learn to make good choices so that you can stay safe. It is hosted by Officer Tiffany and Officer Lisa. DARE stands for Drug Abuse Resistance Education. In DARE, I learned a lot, like how to stay safe from drugs. I also learned resistance strategies to help me avoid someone who is smoking and what to do when I am in a situation when someone is smoking. I have learned so much in DARE that will help me in the future. DARE teaches kids how to not give into peer pressure, and it teaches them to say no to drugs. In DARE, I also learned about how to change the subject. If someone goes up to you and says, "Hey, I have some cigarettes, want one?" You could say, "No, let's go play basketball instead." This is one example, but there are a lot of other resistance strategies that you can use in a tough situation. The DARE decision-making model is something that I learned about in DARE that can help you when saying no. The D stands for define, the A stands for assess, the R stands for respond, and the E stands for evaluate. I can use this model if someone is asking me to smoke with them. I can think about my choices and say no to smoking. I can change the subject or walk away. In DARE, I also learned about signs of stress. Now, if someone is feeling bad, I can help them feel better. Also, if I feel stressed, I will know why I feel that way. This will help me to deal with my stress and find ways to cope with my stress. I will know how to handle my stress by taking deep breaths or doing something calming. I learned so much from there, and I know it will help me a lot. It was super fun too. I think all kids should do DARE. I wish I had more time to have DARE so I could learn more. But I know that I can use what I learned in DARE to help others in the future.
Congratulations to the essay winners. Now we're going to start with the boys to get your certificates. So as I call your name, just coming up, Officer Tiffany will hand it to you. Or you want to
Okay. You're just going to get your certificate and then come back. We're going to do it alphabetical order. So, first we have Matisse. Come on up and get your certificate. And I have Theodore. Abel, come on up. Very good. Ignatius, come on up. Kai, come on in. About that one. You can preference stuff. Okay. Jacob, come on up. Jason, come on up. Stephen Charles. You're welcome. Derek, come on up. Congratulations. Alex. Good job. Congratulations. Thomas. Good job. You're welcome. Damien. Congratulations. Good job. Augustine. Come on. Jeremy. Giovanni, come on. Yeah, come on, buddy. Good job. Congratulations. Christopher, you're next. Good job. Congratulations. And Emil, last but not least. Good job. So just another round for the boys. I had a really wonderful time this year with you guys. I think you're my 4th or 5th DARE class, and everyone is memorable, and we had a good time, and even Matisse out in recess doing some plank challenges with me. So thank you so much for letting me be part of your classroom, and Officer Lisa, we really appreciate it, and we will be around for a while. So thank you, gentlemen.
All right, now we'll do the ladies. Ruby. Layla. Quinn. Olivia Crusoe. Jolie. Luna. Congratulations. And Aaliyah. Congratulations, you're looking much better with the info. Grace. Sophia. And Ariana. Ava. Caitlin. Scarlett. Grace. Congratulations. Marie. Congratulations. Catherine. Olivia R., as I call her. Congratulations. Addison. Congratulations. Phoebe. Congratulations. Maeve. Haley. Donna. Eva. Last but not least, Mia. So I just want to say congratulations to you all one more time, because I can't believe how fantastic, amazing, and respectful you've all been. So I appreciate you being my very first DARE class, and you're definitely memorable, everyone. So give yourselves a big hand.
I know we're recording this for the parents, so every parent is receiving a Proud Parent of a DARE Student magnet that we'd love you to display in your vehicles. And so that's going to be it for our ceremony. We just wanted to congratulate all of our students. They really worked hard and had a really good time learning some pretty significant decision-making skills. We're going to allow them to grab a treat, and then we're going to send them back to class. So thank you all for coming and showing up again. Sister Kathy, is there anything that you would like to say?
Of course. I just wanted to thank Officer Tiffany and Officer Lisa. I know there's so much going on right now. Like every time you turn on the television, there's so much activity and so much opinion about the police and about what we should be doing and what we should not be doing. These two women stand for everything that is good about policing. They do everything they have to do as officers, then they also are our education liaisons. They are two good, wonderful role models for you, and I want you never to forget that the police are here to protect and to make sure that everyone really has a good quality of life. They're there not only to defend us, but they're there to protect, to guide, as these two have done. So I could not be prouder than to know that we have Southampton Village Police Department working with our ladies and athletes. So ladies, thank you. And you know, boys and girls, I don't know if you know us, but Officer Lisa had such a good time that her little boy's going to be a kindergarten.
Wonderful, thank you. Did we want to